Hey guys, welcome to my channel Sewing Stash. My name's Jodie, and if you are new here, welcome. Right, we're finally just going to do this jacket. I've been banging on about the Jasika jacket for probably the best part of 2, maybe even nearly 3 years now. Haven't done it, gonna do it finally today. Well, not gonna obviously make the whole thing today, but definitely gonna cut it out. So I've done 3 mock-ups. I'm finally happy with the 3rd mock-up. I ended up, initially I went with the C-cup version, and it fit, but I was thinking that it was slightly, like, too tight maybe. I was getting some drag lines when I put the buttonhole over the button, and I was thinking it could do with that little bit extra. My plan was to just let out the side seams a little bit. However, I thought, well, I've got the D-cut version, why not just go print that out and then make a mock-up of that and then see what I think. I definitely preferred that one, I think. I could have got away with the C-cup, but anything over 4 inches, if you've got 4 inches between your high bust and your bust, you should go with the D-cup. So I did, and I'm quite happy with that. So 3 mock-ups in, which took longer than I care to admit, and I'm fairly happy with that. The adjustments that I made was, I made a bicep adjustment, and I made the bicep bigger on both the lining piece and the sleeve. I've shortened the sleeve also. The rest of the pattern, I don't think I made any adjustments on. I think it was just mainly the sleeve, because it was quite tight around my bicep. All those gym days, you know, right? I did the same with the lining, and I think that's it. I don't remember doing any other adjustments. So without further ado, I guess we should go get this thing cut out, and we'll see what time it is and if we have any time to start putting some of the jacket together. Before I can start cutting anything out, I need to go through all these pattern pieces and find out which one are my lining, which one are all the interfacing, etc, etc. Some of these are the PDF printed version, like this one. This is the D cup that I've printed out here, so that's what that looks like. It actually has a dart here where the C cup doesn't, so I'm hoping that's not going to interfere with my pattern matching too much, but that's that. So I'm going to work through all of these and put them in their relevant piles. I think what I'm going to do is cut out the lining first. That seems less scarier than my good fabric with all of the pattern matching that has to go on there, which I'm nervous about. But yeah, let's sort all these pattern pieces out, and then we can start cutting out. I've now got all my pattern pieces organised. So that's the lining, that's the interfacing bits, that's the main body, and that part at the back is a mixture of fabric and interfacing. So one thing I didn't think about was pockets and what kind of pocket I'm going to have. So I know that I don't want the breast pocket. As a bigger busted woman, I just don't want any extra bulk there. I'm trying to decide whether I want to have flaps or no flaps, so welts or not. I'm not sure yet. I'll give it a think and play around with that idea later. I came across the elbow patch and I was like, ooh, maybe I want an elbow patch. So again, that's something else to decide. Now I don't No, I don't have any fabric for the elbow patch, but what I thought if I did have one, it'd be really cool in this burnt orange colour here, if I could find something like that, or maybe a blue, I'm not sure. So an elbow patch might be making an appearance, we will see. But for now, I'm going to start working my way through this pile, and then probably this pile, and leaving the main fabric till last, and then I can decide on that situation later. So that's where we're at the moment. I'm going to get cracking. It is currently 10 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I've got, also marking tools I was going to mention. Got a whole host of different marking tools, different coloured pens. These are heat, they come off in the heat. This one washes out. Obviously got chalk and thread for when I'm starting to do the front of the blazer. Got some pattern weights, that's obviously not for pattern marking, and just to show off how clever my daughter is, she made me these lovely pattern weights yesterday. We did it together, and I think she did a great job. So I've got some lovely new extra pattern weights. So anyway, I digress. This is where we're at now. It's 10 AM. I'm going to start with the lining, see what the time is. I think the lining is going to be the quickest to cut out, and I'll leave the fashion fabric last. So that's where we're at the moment. Lining pieces are cut out, which took me longer than expected. It is now 11:45. Ivy has come to join us in her travel cage, as she does a great impression of a fire alarm and would probably freak out my neighbours if I let her continue that. So she's joined us for a little while. Now I'm going to start working on the interfacing bits. So I've got the ones that need the fabric and also the ones that are just interfacing, which means I have to work out what interfacing is what. So that's what we're going to do. I'm sure Ivy's going to help along the way. Just so you know, while she's in this cage, oh, here we go. Because I've got sharp objects and stuff, I'm not letting her fly around the room in here at the moment, and because the iron's on. So this is just her travel cage. Don't come at me in the comments. She's fine, she's happy. And as you can see, she loves to mimic me. So I'm sure she's going to help me voice this video, aren't you, Ivy? Thanks, darling. Right, let's get on with the interface. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All the lining and interfacing is cut out. It's now time to start working on this bad boy. I would have got this done a lot quicker, but I've had a fair few breaks and interruptions, one involving locusts for my bearded dragons, which you really don't want to know about, but there it is. So I'm going to potentially cut this out. I'm going to have a quick break again just because I'm quite tired. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to see if I can find some leather or suede, probably suede actually, to match one of the colours in here for the elbow patches. And then that will help me decide whether I'm having elbow patches or not. I decided on the pockets. I've decided I'm not going to have pocket flaps. I'm just going to have the welts, so that makes my life a wee bit easier. So I'm going to go away and do that. Next time, this will already be cut out, and then we can start working on construction.
10 years later.
It is 4:30 and I'm still working on this piece. So this is the front bodice of the jacket. I wasn't able to get any pen or chalk that would accurately mark the darts for this panel, so I've started thread marking them through the paper, and then the idea is you lift up the paper and cut the threads and it'll be marked for both pieces without having to tear your pattern piece. So I've done this dart and this dart. I've still got this dart here. I've still got to thread mark the lapel line here, and then that should be done. But I think I'm going to call this quits for tonight. I also realised that I need to cut this out of weft, and thankfully I just have enough. But I've still got the sleeves to cut out and the other bits and bobs, but I just can't do any more, I don't think, tonight. So I'm going to pick this up again tomorrow, and then finally we'll be able to move on to interfacing all these pieces, which I imagine is going to take a while as well. So this is where we're at for now. I'm going to call it a night, and I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm an idiot, not even thinking I've gone ahead and thread basted all this in, forgetting that I need to apply interfacing to this jacket piece, which means I can't thread baste it now, because then the thread will be stuck between the interfacing and the jacket, and that's obviously just stupid. And I was stressing about nothing because my interfacing is white. I can mark my markings straight onto that, so actually it makes my life a lot easier. I have, however, just wasted the best part of 45 minutes to an hour of my life doing this. So that's fun. I'm going to call it a night and interface all this stuff tomorrow, I think. Or I might crack on. We'll see. But yeah, time for some interfacing. It is the next day, and I'm coming at you looking like a hot mess because I have just spent the last 2.5 hours ironing on all the interfacing. Thanks, Ivy. So the next step is to, when she's finished, is to mark. Oh, she loves to interrupt me. Don't you, pretty bird? Is to mark all the pieces. So that's what I'm going to do now. It is 11:30. I started this project again at 9 this morning. So I'm going to just take one piece at a time. I'm going to start with the bodice because, well, the front bodice, because that's going to take me the longest and has the most darts and things. And then I'll move on from there. So take one is the bodice and a cup of tea, I think. So we'll get started.
A word from our sponsor.
I'm going to show you off. Hello. Can I have a wave? Good girl. Thank you. I've transferred all the markings onto my bodice. I now need to add the stay tape. I'm a little bit confused, so I need to have a look at how to do that. And then I can start pinning on all the darts. Yes, Miss Ivy, is there anything you would like to say? You just want a bit of fuss? You're just going to keep your back turned to me? You say hello? No? No fuss either? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Stab it. Stab it. Stab it. I'm going to go ahead and put the stay tape on, and then we can get on with sewing the darts up and it will start to actually take shape. The stay tape pinned down now. I am a little concerned that it's going to interfere with this dart here, but I'm really hoping that it doesn't, and I have just followed the instructions. So I'm going to sew this down. When you get to a certain point, here I've marked it, you then have to hand sew the rest. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'm also going to do the darts, and then we'll see what the next step is. Front bodice is now done and all ironed and all the darts are pressed. I have a extra side dart here because of my bosom, and I've pressed that dart up because I've been told it's better for bigger busts, so that's what we've got. So front bodice done. I'm not having the thanks Ivy, I'm not having the breast pocket, so I'm omitting that step, and I'm going to go in, sew the sides of the jacket to the jacket, and then work on the welt pockets. So that's what we're going to do now. My pattern matching was going so well, and then it didn't. So it is what it is. I mean, this is obviously completely off, but you know, my sleeve's going to be in the way, so hopefully you won't notice too much. I'm gutted, but I achieved perfection here and almost there. So 1 out of many stripes. Never mind, it is what it is. I knew it was going to be complicated to pattern match, but I tried it anyway, and it's fine. So it's my jacket, I don't care. So I've got the side piece on now. Now it's time for the welts. This is the bit that I'm dreading the most. It's a little bit tricky, and I haven't done welt pockets in a long time. So I'm going to crack on with that. It's currently 4:15 in the afternoon on a really miserable day, so I'm hoping to get a few more little bits done before I call it a night. So this is where I'm at now, and we'll start some welt pockets. So guess who never cut out the welts? Me. So it's now 5 o'clock. Well, it's about 5:10 now. It's taken me an hour to find the pattern piece, to cut out the welts, to do the interfacing, and to get it all ready. And I'm now sitting here thinking, it's late, I'm losing light because it's miserable outside. Ivy's going to start screaming soon because she's getting tired, which is going to mean that I can't really film, and I just think I'm done for today. So I'm going to pick it up next time. So I think, because I don't know how long this video is, I'm going to probably end it here. So we made some good progress today. So I'm going to end this section here, and then the next section will pick up the welt pockets, and there was this random bit about ribbon, which I didn't even see on the pattern, so you had to find an inch ribbon, so I had to go find some random bit of ribbon as well. And my brain just doesn't want to sit here and work it out, and I don't want to start something that I'm not confident in when it will essentially mess it up. So I'm just going to leave it here for this video, and I'll pick it up next video, and then we'll do all the welt pockets. She's about to scream. She's about to scream. No? Okay. Right guys, I'll catch you in my next video. See you later. Bye.